Okay, this is the cameraman, and we are outside of FCI Loretto Federal Prison, Cambria County. I figured now is the time to do a video. So while I'm sitting here waiting for my passenger here at FCI Loretto Federal Prison, Cambria County. Booyah! All right. Since everybody has made comments about the presidency, I've been quiet. I've been sitting back. I've been watching it all go down. I've seen the celebrations. I've seen the crying and the tears. So, after the dust has settled, I'd figure I'd come on here and make my comments. Does it surprise me that Donald Trump won? Not really. In order for Donald Trump to lose, people would have to be about as dumb as the idiots in Bedford County. The Democratic idiots, that is. And so, one particular one. But he knows who he is. He's not even in Bedford County. He's in Chambersburg. So anyway, here is I suspected Trump was going to win. So what happens next? First of all, I would like to say it's a good day to be the bad guy. Now the bad guy is in the White House, which is all good for me. Mr. President, if you need a press secretary, what is that one that's in there now? The LGBTQ woman? If you need Mr. Trump, if you need someone to be your press secretary, look no further than me. I've been in the media business for 17 years. I would be the most perfect person to step up on that podium every day and address the members of the media and then see how they like me. Now, everybody says, what's going to happen? What does this mean? I'm all for Mr. Trump, again, if you're going to do a mass deportation, please deputize some of us. I mean, everybody's going to say, oh, he's a felon. He can't do it. Me and Trump are now brothers of felon. You guys couldn't get rid of the felon reporter. Now you can't get rid of the felon president. And I have a felony charge from 30 years ago, which what I was doing back then is now totally legal. The government has made it legal. I was caught with marijuana 30 years ago. The government now is their own drug dealers, so to speak. So I have a felony record for one charge that the government has now made legal 30 years after my charge. So, everybody says, oh, felon. Well, you know what? A felon has made it to the White House. So for all you people that keep saying, oh, the felony thing, and you know who I'm talking about, you can save it for someone that cares. Just because the government has said you're a felon doesn't necessarily mean the people agree with you being a felon. Obviously, the people have spoken and they put a felon in the White House. Obviously, the people have spoken and they want the bad guy reporter to keep reporting the news, even though he is a felon for marijuana. So you guys can take that for what it's worth. For the mass deportation, deputize some of us because we'll gather up the zip ties. I got a group of people ready to rock and roll and strut and stroll. We can get massive amounts of zip ties. We take them in. Some felons are pretty great. I am. I'm a felon. I'm the nicest asshole you'll ever see. Back to the mass deportation. I can buy zip ties by the truckloads. We zip them up, and you guys can come around and you can pick them up. Hey, that's a great slogan. We zip them up, you pick them up. Uptown Deportation Service. That sounds good. Uptown Deportation Service. We zip them up, you can pick them up. So, Mr. Trump, you think about that. Now, for all you pickle puffers out there, you won't no longer be able to go into the girls' restroom and do your little thing. So for all you pickle puffer, twinkle toe, little rainbow floating LGBTQ society, you can start using and you can start practicing using your own restroom anytime now, because you know it's going to happen. You are going to have to use your restroom anyway. So I cannot wait until January, until Trump is elected. Joe Biden, you can drift off somewhere, who cares? I'm sure all the Democrats, especially the one in Chambersburg, he's crying he's crying his tears. And Johnny Lawler, anytime you would like to shut me down, take me to court, do whatever you think you can do, gather up all your little corrupt police officers, gather them up in one place, and you can come talk to me, but just know, you ain't nothing. You were never nothing. You always will be nothing. You were involved in a sexual harassment investigation. Just because you wasn't charged doesn't mean you didn't do it. You wasn't charged because it was swept under the rug. So Johnny Lawler, I call you Johnny Law, you're mad at the BCFP because you got fired. John Lawler was an administrator for me. He was fired by the cameraman. So you can take that, Johnny Lawler. Go cry to your Sunday morning Christians. But just know, you can't touch me. You are nothing more than an overweight slob. Go back into your hole where you came from and leave this to the big boys. You're not a big boy. You're a 400-pound crybaby. So you can take that for what it's worth. Johnny Lawler, yeah, you're a fat slob. Anytime. You know I'm not hard to find. I live in the same county as you do. Anytime you can even see your balls, you haven't seen them in years. So Johnny Lawler, do not bark up a tree that you obviously are too fat to climb. So everybody get ready for January. Donald Trump, the felon, is coming back to the White House. I offer my services to Mr. Trump as a press secretary. I'll be the meanest press secretary you'll ever see. So until then, wow, he's on a roll. Yeah, I've been trying to be nice. I've been trying to be cool. I've been waiting for the election to be over. So it's all over now. The bad guy's back. The bad guy's in the White House. The bad guy's in the green house. He's in the orange house. He's in the red house. He's in any goddamn house he wants to be in. Why? Because it's a good day to be the bad guy. See ya.